guys, welcome to Tomes. This is part of the Janus project, and I've got my library behind me. You can kind of see my shelf of manga and graphic novels, and what I've got is I have my sampling of iconic comics. Now there's a few that I'm waiting for. I'm going to try to grab Arc Athena when it comes out, but I wanted to kind of give you a rundown of these, what I think of them. And we've already kind of done an introductory video on this company, so you can go back to my channel and see some of those things. Longharbor, definitely worth the pickup. Alejandro Mirabal. The art is amazing. The story's pretty good. And again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'd read a dictionary that was illustrated by him. So I just found out that he actually did some of the illustrations for the box art and stuff for Kamen America. So that's kind of cool. And Alejandro Mirabal actually, if I saw correctly, did the inside art. All right, so here's the inside front cover of Kamen America, and then here's the inside back cover of Kamen America. What I thought was really neat with this is, as the story progresses through various plot points, the costume goes from kind of more your leotard type outfit to sailor suit outfit, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. But the front cover is normal, and then the back cover is the new costume. And so I thought that was kind of a neat touch. And so that's neither here nor there, but just kind of an interesting thing here. I also have the Soulfinder series, okay? I had a lot of interactions with Douglas Ernst. You can kind of see, if you've seen any of my other videos up in the corner, I've got some of the artwork from the next book. But Soulfinder, I like this one the best. I'll be completely honest. The first one is just really, really good. Don't get me wrong, really like the second one too, but again, I do always recommend starting with the first volume, but I've done a few reviews on those already, so you can go check out my channel for more on that. But Soulfinder, I've heard there may be a hardcover coming in the near future or eventual future, so I'm looking to grab that to kind of flesh out my hardcover collection. But again, if cool books, I'll talk a little more about those in just a sec. And then these are two covers for the sequel. And so again, got some glow-in-the-dark elements, got some cool foil aspects. And again, they are just really, really nice when it comes to the foil. So again, worth picking up. I appreciate, as I've said in the past, the fact that you have a comic book series, both Kamen America, so that's what these are right here, and Soulfinder, and even to some extent Longharbor, that treat the religion, you know, so in this case it's Catholicism, they treat it with a level of respect. It's not mocked, it's not treated flippantly. Religious people are not treated like they're idiots. In fact, there are a few main characters in Kamen America specifically that are Catholic. And then obviously Soulfinder, it's about a Catholic priest, so I think you can put that one together yourself. But again, I appreciate this fact, and I mentioned it on my channel before, that even as I'm not a Catholic for various reasons doctrinally, I do appreciate the fact that it deals with real life issues. It tackles real things, and so I've commented on that in the past, where the seductiveness of the dark, the evil that exists in the world, and it treats it as real. And so that's what I appreciate about that. It tackles even deeper subjects, like why do good things happen to bad people? Why is there this hardship? Why is there evil in the world? And it tackles some of that. One of the cool things, and we're going to get into it maybe in the future, but I just wanted to comment a little bit on this. One of the things I appreciated about Kamen America, and you can say what you want about the costumes and things like that, and I sympathize. There was a reason I didn't get the Omnibus Volume 1, all right? The cover was not something I was quite willing to put on my bookshelf. This was better, but still personally a little awkward. But again, it's your standard comic fare, it's standard graphic novel stuff, so I'm not like freaking out about it. But one of the things I appreciated about this series, and I've read it a time or two, is the fact that it deals with actual real-life issues. It tackles some of the things. If you haven't read the series, I would suggest not listening to the rest of this video, because I'm assuming that you have watched something about this, or you've tackled this series already. But what I appreciated about it is as you go through the series, Carly, the main character, all right, so she's, you know, the title character, and she has a friend who is basically there for her all the time. And as you come to unpack this thing, you find out that she is the one who is the actual villain of the story. So she's been the one who's been doing all this stuff behind the scenes, and a little bit of it actually is a bitterness. It's a resentment because she was supposed to be the hero, and Carly had the flashier powers because her powers were electric, and this other girl's powers were more earth type magic, and so she just took a deep offense to it, and she actually started seeking vengeance, more or less, on these, and again wanted to kind of embarrass her friend or former friend, and that's kind of where this is. Now, I appreciate it because, again, even in the comic itself, the very storyline plot point for why the costume goes from something like this to something like this is because it was a design that her friend had made. So Carly's friend had made the more skirted design, and Carly wanted to honor that. And so there's some neat aspects there. There's some, they tackle forgiveness, they tackle some bitterness issues. They even tackle just you know, almost living your dream type thing where it's like, hey, I'm good at this, I want to do this, I have a passion for this, I'm going to make it work. And so it's funny. I'll bring up Wall Might. So I got the Wall Might collection here, and as you know, in a previous series, it is the one series that has made me laugh out loud. But Kamen America actually makes her introduction in Wall Might, and so she's a character named Warhen, and she's talking to another character who's a spoof of Deadpool. His name is Onepool, and she actually comments that she's not a seamstress, and so she can't make her own costume. And then actually that's what she is in the storyline of Kamen America. So I don't know if that's explained anywhere, if that's just a retcon, but again, she's introduced in the Wall Might series, and then her backstory gets built up through about now 5 volumes of Kamen America, and a webcomic, and a manga, and they're doing some other stuff, and they're doing a crossover this summer. So if you want to get into any of these series, I suggest getting into them now. There's a big crossover event coming up in probably the next few months. So there's the one series I don't have is Black Hops, and I'm looking to grab that soon. Obviously, I don't have Arc Athena, but Black Hops specifically ties into this series. And so, again, it's worth the pickup. It's got some cool themes, some fun art, fun characters, and again, they don't do as good a Kickstarter or Indiegogo as a guy like Doug TenNapel. But what I've noticed is they throw things like this in. So these were actually just from an order I had made. So these are Soulfinder trading cards, and so I bought volumes 1 and 2 of Soulfinder, and these came with it, which were kind of cool. And then the last Kickstarter campaign came with Kimmy, who's Common Ramen, which is a great name. But again, they've got like their stats on the back. All right, kind of feel like the old Topps playing cards from when I was a kid. And again, they're just fun, and they're just simple. I mean, there was no reason whatsoever you had to throw them in, other than just the fun of it. And it gets people collecting because they're like, ooh, I don't have that one yet. So guys, if you have not checked out Iconic Comics, if you have not checked out any of these series, I suggest them. They're fun. They're respectful. They don't insult you. They're not so full of woke agenda that you kind of feel dirty after reading them. You do have to take things into consideration. All right. You know, Wall Might is a lot of parody on Trump. So if you absolutely hate politics and you hate that, you might not be yours. Again, Kamen America, you can kind of tell by the cover some of the costumes that are going to show up in the book. If you're deeply offended by that, then don't read them. And then, of course, Soulfinder and some of those series get into demonism and some of those things. Now, they're always the villains, but again, if you're someone who is bothered by that, don't read that. And if you're bothered by any gore, then you probably better not pick up Longharbor. But again, they're good books. They're quality. Again, this isn't a comic that's going to fall apart very easily. It's just good stuff. They'll be shipped to you quick. And so I recommend them, and suggest you go check those out. The Kickstarter is definitely worth backing. And so guys, if you have any questions, let me know. And as you see on the bookshelf behind me, I do have a growing collection of graphic novels, manga, and other books. So hopefully I'll be reviewing more of those in the coming days and weeks. And I've got a whole section of theology and history books that I'll probably get into as well. We here at Tomes, we enjoy beautiful books, we enjoy quality books, and sometimes we insult really, really bad books. And so if you like those things, subscribe, share this with a friend, let them know I sent you. And hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you next time here on Tomes. Sometimes we insult really, really bad books.